Good day to you, everyone. In this section, we are going to talk about installation of Anaconda. Before we can talk about Anaconda, we will talk about Conda. Conda is an open source package management system and also environment management system that runs on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Now, it helps us to manage our packages and also help us to manage our environment on our system. Conda is quick to install, easy to run, and also to update the packages and the dependencies are also easy. And before we can talk about that Conda, there are two types of Conda. Number one is Anaconda and number two is Miniconda. And before we now choose on which one to do to install, we will consider the differences between the two and also the similarities between Anaconda and Miniconda. Anaconda and Miniconda utilized widely by data scientists because it's a software distribution that allows programmers to streamline their package, to be able to manage their package, to manage the necessary tools for a particular project, and it's also easy for them to deploy their codes to in any areas of applications they want to use it for. The differences between Anaconda and Miniconda can be streamlined into two parts. Number one, in terms of number of packages that are in them, and two, in terms of interface. So when we talk about packages, once you finish installing Anaconda, automatically over 150 packages of data science tools will be automatically installed alongside with Anaconda. And this makes it useful or easy for data scientists to be able to start, to commence their data analysis skills, practice, and work easily without installing additional packages. But when we talk about Miniconda, it comes with limited package. That is, if you install Miniconda, you will be forced to install other packages by yourself. And in terms of interface, Anaconda is user-friendly because there's an interface for Anaconda where you can navigate through different languages, through different feeds. Also, you can install different programming language on Anaconda. For the Miniconda, it's not user-friendly because it requires you to have a little bit of command line skills to be able to interact with the interface. Similarities. The similarity between the two is just that they are from Conda, and Mini is just a kind of subset of the Anaconda environment. So with that, we can say boldly that the space that Anaconda will occupy on your system will be more than the space that the Miniconda will acquire on your system because of the packages that comes along with the Anaconda package. Now, this is just a diagram to explain what Conda is, the Miniconda, and also the Anaconda as well. I can see the Miniconda is just like the layer that Miniconda was actually built on. And when we talk about Miniconda, we are talking about Conda, we are talking about Python, we are talking about base modules. And the Anaconda now embed more things to what it entails to what Miniconda contains, which is Miniconda, which contains Conda, Python, executable files, base modules, plus 150 modules, and the user's interface. So before you can choose, I want us to look at some of the things or requirements needed for you to choose Anaconda. If you are new in Python, Anaconda is the right choice for you, and you are looking for a convenience to start your project, to start your work without installing any other packages, you can consider Anaconda. And also, if you have enough space on your PC, because that is the disadvantage of installing Anaconda, it takes enough space on your system. So if you have enough space to be able to install this package, to install Anaconda, then it's better for you to go for Anaconda. And you don't want to have to individually install each of the packages. So because Anaconda comes with many packages already. So when we talk about that, let's talk about Miniconda. So for Miniconda, if you don't mind installing the package one after the other, then you can go for Miniconda. And also, if you don't have enough space on your system, so it's better for you to choose Miniconda over Anaconda. And you want, when you talk about speed, Miniconda is more faster than Anaconda, and because of some of the things, Anaconda contains interface, contains over 150 data science tools, so which Miniconda does not contain, does not have. So because of that, you can choose to use Miniconda over Anaconda. So in this study, we will be talking about installation of Anaconda. So the first thing is to copy this link, and once you copy this link, you will go to the download page. You will then identify your setup. After downloading, you can then install your Anaconda on the PC. So let's go to the web browser now, and we have copied the link. We are going to start the installation process. So now we are putting the URL here. So we are waiting for it to the page to open. Now this is the Anaconda download page, and for you to download and install your package, you need to come to this page. You can scroll down and you can read some of these things, and when you scroll down, you have different installer. Now there are basically three types of system: the Windows environment, the Mac OS environment, and the Linux environment. But for this, I'm using a Windows environment, so I will focus on Windows environment. So to install on Windows environment, we will come here and click on 64-bit graphical installer, which is about 784 megabytes. So if you are using Mac OS, you can come and select your byte using the 64 byte and all the rest, your lines, and you have different options here. If you are using Linux, you have different options here, but I'm using Windows. I'm going to download the Windows environment. Okay. Now automatically it has started installing, so we'll wait till it finishes its installation before installing to our system. So the next step is to identify the folder where the installation file is downloaded to. And here is my Anaconda setup I have downloaded. So for me to install it, I will double click on it. So I will click on run button. And I will then click on next. Click on I agree, and then click on next and next. Leave this the way it is and click the install. So we'll wait till it finish installation. So the installation process has been completed, and you are now going to click on next. then next, and then I will untick this because I don't want to see anything, and then click finish. So, click finish, and that is how to install Anaconda on your system. So thank you very much. That is the process of installing Anaconda on your system.